Once you set up your Prezi account and log in, you will arrive at the Your Prezis tab. This is where you go to create new Prezis or to access Prezis that you have already created. Once you are ready to get started, click New Prezi. After you click on New Prezi, a window will open that will display preloaded templates that you can select from. The tab for latest templates is the default, but if you select the More button, you can scroll down through other templates. When selecting a template, it is important to take a conceptual approach. You want to think about your content and keep that in mind when selecting a template. Once you have chosen your template, click on it and then go to the bottom right-hand corner and click on the blue button, Use Template. The template will then open in the Prezi canvas in edit mode. Let's go ahead and take a quick tour of the canvas just to get our bearings. We will start on the left side. On the left sidebar is the path of your Prezi with thumbnails of each frame. Frames are the placeholders for content, just like slides in PowerPoint, and come pre-prepared when you use the template. You can change the path or order of frames by clicking Edit Path button at the bottom of the left sidebar. You will notice that once you select this button, numbers and lines will appear across the canvas, illustrating the path of your Prezi. If you need to delete a slide, you can hover your mouse over the top right-hand corner of the frame and a red X will appear. Once you are done with editing the path, go to the Done button on the top right-hand corner of the Prezi canvas. You can also rearrange the path just by clicking and dragging your frames. If you need to add additional frames to your template, you can do so by double-clicking the Insert Frames button in the top left corner. You can choose from bracket, circle, rectangle, or invisible frame. The first button on the top menu is the Save button. Although Prezi saves automatically, it's always a good idea, especially since Prezi is web-based, to save often. The next button is the Insert tab. By clicking on the down arrow, you can insert content such as images, symbols, or shapes. You can insert multimedia components such as YouTube video, background music, or voiceover. And you can also add basic design elements such as arrows and lines, among other features. If you choose to insert an image, Prezi allows you to insert an image from your computer or search Google Images. Once you double-click on the image you would like to put in your Prezi, it is automatically inserted without having to save the image to your computer. The Customize button provides advanced option and is helpful when you get comfortable with Prezi and begin creating presentations from a blank canvas. The blue Present button allows you to switch into present mode so that you can view your presentation as your audience will see it. The Share button to the right of Present allows you to share your Prezi by copying the link for your Prezi. Once you provide the link, the Prezi can be accessed from anywhere that has an internet connection. You can also add people as editors to your Prezi by typing in their email and then selecting the blue Add button. When you are finished, click the X in the top right-hand corner. You can also use the Share button to download the Prezi as a PDF, which can be helpful if you need to submit a hard copy of your presentation. The Exit button in the top right corner will exit you from your Prezi and take you back to the Your Prezi tab. It's always a good idea to save one last time before you exit. On the right are the Zoom buttons as well as the Home button. If you find yourself lost, maybe you have zoomed too far in or too far out, or you just are having a hard time finding your way back, the Home button is your go-to button. If you move your mouse to the far right edge of the canvas, the buttons will appear. Click the Home button and it will return you to the original home view of your Prezi. Now that we're familiar with the Prezi layout, let's go ahead and get started with creating a Prezi. First, we are going to add a title. To change the title, first we click on the text box. You will notice that a toolbar appears at the top of the box. This is called the Transformation tool and may look similar to toolbars that you have seen in Word documents. The Transformation toolbar allows you to change the font style with the three buttons on the left, Title, Subtitle, and Body. You can make the text smaller or bigger with the A buttons. As you look across the toolbar, you'll also see that there are other ways that you can edit the text, such as changing the color, making the text bold, italics, or adding highlighting, or adding other formatting such as bullets and indentation. You should also see on the right-hand side of the text box that there are arrows. You can adjust the width of the text box by clicking and holding down your mouse and dragging to the right. When you add text, you can type in the text box or copy and paste. If you copy and paste, you may need to adjust the size of the text. Once you add your text, click off the text box by clicking anywhere on the canvas. If you click back on the text box, you'll notice that a blue outline will appear around the box. At the top of the highlighted box, there are 3 buttons: Edit Text, Favorite, which saves the item and content to your favorites in Prezi, and Delete. You will also notice in the center of the box there are a few buttons. The plus button makes the content in box larger. The minus or dash button makes the content in box smaller. By clicking on the hand icon, you can reposition the entire box anywhere on the canvas. You can also adjust the size of the text box by tugging on the corners, or rotate the box by using the handle at each corner. You can add additional text boxes to your template by just clicking anywhere on the canvas and adding text. Now it's time to add content to our second frame. You can zoom to your frame by clicking on the thumbnail on the left sidebar, or by clicking on the Zoom to Frame button that appears when you click on the frame on the canvas. First, we're going to add a title to the text box. This time I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste my title. When you copy and paste, you may need to resize your text box accordingly. I'm going to stick with the subtitle style for my font, but it's always a good idea to click on the other styles just to make sure that the one you select is the best choice. Now we're going to go ahead and add some subpoints. Once you have your text in the box, you can add bullets by highlighting the text and then clicking on the bullets icon in the transformation toolbar. Now let's see what this text looks like bolded. I like that. We're going to leave some space on the right-hand side to add a symbol and a shape. Although the font style is different between the title and subpoints, I would like to create a little bit more separation. A basic design element you can add in this case is a line. To insert a line, you're going to go to the top menu, to the Insert tab, select the down arrow, and select Draw a Line. Once you select this option, you are going to draw a line by going to the space between your title and subpoints in this frame, clicking and dragging the line across to create that separation. Once the line is drawn, you can resize it or change the color by clicking on the line and then clicking on the Style button. Let's go ahead and stick with the teal green color. You could also make the line thinner or thicker by clicking on the buttons at the top of the box on the left-hand side. You can also modify the line by tugging on the boxes at the ends or in the middle. Once you have your line where you want it, go ahead and click off the line. Another basic design element you can add to make your Prezis more visually appealing are adding symbols and shapes. To do so, go ahead and click on the Insert tab again and select Symbols and Shapes. You will notice that a menu appears on the right side. We are going to insert a shape first, so let's go ahead and click on the box in the bottom right corner that says Shapes. A selection of shapes will now be displayed. Now it's important to note that the color that the shapes appear in the menu is not necessarily the color that will appear when the shape is inserted into your Prezi. These are just the default colors, and the colors for your template have a different style or color profile. Once you double-click on the shape you want, it will be automatically added to the canvas. You can resize the shape by tugging on the corners just as you did the text box, You can also reposition it by clicking on the hand button in the middle of the box. Let's go ahead and make this circle bigger and then position it in the bottom right corner of our frame. Now that we have our shape, let's go ahead and find a symbol to represent the task at hand. We're going to return to the menu on the right-hand side, click on the back button to the left of shapes, which will return us to the original menu for symbols and shapes. Prezi offers many styles of symbols, but today we're going to go with the photographic style profile. Then let's go ahead and find the magnifying glass to represent the task of looking for important information in the Course Information tab. Double-click on the magnifying glass to insert it in your Prezi. Now let's go ahead and position the magnifying glass over the circle so that it stands out. Now you may find that when you add a symbol or shape that you need to send an object backwards so that it is in the correct order. You can send objects backward or bring them forward by right-clicking or control-click if you have a Mac. As you add design elements, you may need to resize other objects too in your frame just to make sure everything fits together. Let's start working on our third frame. Again, you can zoom to a frame by clicking on the thumbnail on the left sidebar or clicking on the frame on the canvas and select the Zoom to Frame button. Let's first add our title. Then let's go ahead and add our subpoints. And it's always a good idea to think about keeping your formatting consistent. So you might want to go back to your first frame and look at what you did there, just to make sure that the next frames that you work on all have consistent formatting. Let's go ahead and add a line again. So we're going to go up to the Insert tab and select Draw a Line. Go ahead and click and drag to create the line. And don't forget that we can adjust the thickness with the pen buttons in the left corner and use the boxes at the ends and the middle to adjust the size of the line. Now we're going to go ahead and add a YouTube video of the online etiquette video that is posted in the Start Here button in all Brandman course shells. To insert a YouTube video, go up to the Insert tab again, click the down arrow, and select YouTube video. A window will appear asking for the URL of your YouTube video, so it helps to have the URL ready ahead of time. Once you paste your URL, select the blue Insert button, and your YouTube video will automatically be loaded with an image from the video in the video frame. Right now, the way the YouTube video is loaded, it would have to be started manually in order for it to start playing. However, Prezi makes it easy for you to have videos play automatically just by adding the video frame to your path. So to add the video to your path, what you do is you right-click or control-click on the video frame and select Add to Path. Once you do this, a new frame will be created in your path, which will be displayed on the left sidebar. This new frame for the video was added at the end of your path, which obviously isn't going to work for the flow of this presentation. So to change the path, all we have to do is drag and drop a frame where we want it to be. So let's select the frame we just added and drag and drop it into the fourth position after our third frame. The order that you see the path on the left-hand side is the order it will appear when you present. Let's go ahead and save again. And let's go ahead and take a moment to look at what this frame is going to look like with the video from present mode. So we're going to go ahead and click on the third frame or thumbnail on the left sidebar, which is where we want the presentation to start. And then we're going to go to the top right hand corner, click on the blue present to go into present mode. You should see the third frame then in present mode. Then click on the right arrow at the bottom of the screen and the video should then start playing automatically. Once you've checked this and you feel satisfied, go ahead and press pause and then escape to return to our Prezi canvas. In this training, we have barely scratched the surface of what Prezi is capable of. In the Explore tab, you can view Prezis that other users have created for inspiration. Prezi also offers extensive video trainings in the Learn and Support tab.